Okay.
I'm waiting for it to load.
Read me. Charlie, go for it. What's the question? I can't hear her.
For every 4 students that are wearing shorts, there are 3 students.
For every 4 students that are wearing pants, there are 3 students that are wearing shorts. Okay. Excuse me. So what do I do? What's my problem? Wait, you're on number 1? Yeah. Number 1 has matching.
Yeah. Miss McCauley, I can't see it. Number 1.
Oh, it doesn't have it on this one. Okay. So on what I'm seeing, that's great. It just has the answer choices. All right, so you have what? No, it does not. It has there are 4 times as many boys as girls. For every 4 students wearing pants, there are 3 students wearing shorts. For every cup of water, right? Okay. Why did you only read me one random thing? Now do you understand my confusion? All right, so you have your first ratio scenario here. What is my first answer? What is my first answer, Michael?
Your first answer is 4 to 3.
4 to 3. Because it gave me the scenario of for every, there are 4 times as many
Students.
No, there are, Nope. Oh, you're saying for the one she did. Okay. This does not work without that loading. Really annoying. Our top scenario is there are 4 times as many boys as girls. So, can I do that just off the top? I could, but that's not the easiest one. The next one is, for every cup of water added to the mixture, there are 3 drops of food coloring added, Bethany. What ratio matches that? Welcome back. Charlie, go for it. 1 to 3. If you agree with her, give her 2 thumbs up. Fantastic. You're just sleeping. Try to sit up. Okay. The next one is, and I'll come to you, Michael. For every 4 students wearing pants, there are 3 students wearing shorts. What is the ratio there, Michael? 4 to 3. Let's look at that final one so we can double check. Read me that top sentence. Who has theirs pulled up? Is y'all's loading at all?
Mine.
Go for it, Ava.
Okay. For every cup of water.
Nope. There are 4. There are 4 times as. There are 4 times
As many boys as girls.
There are 4 times as many boys as girls. And what ratio do we have remaining, Lorkyla? What ratio do we have left? What ratio is remaining, guys? 12 to 3. Okay? So is this 4 times, if I did this as boys to girls, would this be 4 times as many boys as girls, class?
Yeah.
Why? How can I know that?
Because you count by,
Yeah, you're right.
I forgot what number it was. But
Well, count by 12s or by 3s?
30s.
How many times do I need 3s?
4. I'm trying to freaking do this.
Could that work? Because this is how many groups of 3?
4.
So what does that say? 4 times 3 is 12, right? So there are 4 times as many boys as girls. Is that correct? Okay. Let's look at number 2. Hopefully. All right, there are 20 students in our class who prefer chocolate ice cream. Excuse me. If you're playing a game, please know that Land School is open. This is your review for what we did yesterday, Ruben. There are 20, are you looking at it? There are 20 students in our class who prefer chocolate ice cream. There are 6 students in our class who prefer vanilla ice cream. Select all the ratios that represent the number of students who prefer chocolate ice cream to the number of students who prefer vanilla. So I'm looking for what? What's my scenario? What's my scenario? Is y'all's not loading? All of you who are just chilling?
It is, but I gotta find the number.
We're on number 2.
26.
Huh? 20 to 6. What answers? So we've been given our ratio, right, of 20 to 6. So how do I write 20 to 6, Jashawn? How can I write a ratio 20 to 6? What are my options? Huh? That would be 6 to 20. How do I make this into a ratio? Right now it's just 2 numbers. Shh. How do I make that a ratio? I got 2 options. What do I need to put right here? I have one way to suggest. You could look at your answer choices. Are yours loaded? I'm going to come back to you for another option, okay? You girls that haven't said anything. Briley, how can I make this a ratio? Okay, but how can I make this a ratio? Guys, this is not the hard one. How do I make this into a ratio?
I know.
20 to 6, Ruben.
What's those little dots?
What are the little dots called, class?
Ratio.
Colons.
Ratio space?
What's another way I can write 20 to 6?
Press
Briley, what's another way I can write 20 to 6? I can keep the same numbers and still have it. 20 to 6. What's another way I can write it? Guys, this is the first lesson we ever did this whole year. We've been doing this since the 3rd day of school. When I ask you to write a ratio, how do you write a dadgum ratio?
2.
These are 2 options. I can either do a colon or I can write TO. That's not the hard part. Check in. I'm going to provide you with the tools, but I am not going to learn it for you. So wake the heck up. That's ridiculous. This is not preschool. This is not a babysitting service. Right now, y'all can't even work at McDonald's because you can't follow instructions. Let's go. Y'all are probably doing the same thing, so don't even judge. Fair enough. I'm recording for my class. Okay? Why could it not be 6 to 20? Why could it not be 6 to 20?
Because it's going the opposite way than 20 to 6.
Because the problem put it in what order, class? Gregory, are you playing a game? Okay, but what are we doing right now, baby? Okay. Okay? Because it's in the wrong what, class? Order. The problem put it 20 to 6, correct? You can turn this around, baby. Mine's working now. All right. Let's look at number 3. Who wants to read me number 3? Read me number 3. Somebody who hasn't been. Leilani, you got it pulled up? Is yours loaded? Tanisha? What y'all screens doing? Show me. Read it, Ruben. Go. Shh. Okay? So what information is in this? What information is there? Charlie? 2 cups of blueberries. What do I need to do? It asked me to draw a tape diagram, so if I know I have 2 cups of blueberries, how can I signify? Whoa. Can you hand me that marker? Taylon, if I have how many cups of blueberries? 2? Taylon, watch this. I got my blueberries. I'm gonna draw my tape diagram.
I just named them.
How many boxes does my blueberries need if they told me I have 2? Huh? 2 boxes. Yeah. So what do I need to do with my strawberries? Nakaya, how many strawberries do I have?
5.
Your name is not Nakaya. My original ratio. What's my original ratio? 3? Yep. So I have 3 cups of strawberries. 1, 2, 3. Right? Now what's the next information they gave me, Bella? Okay, so where am I going to use that 6 now? What is that 6 representing? My number of what, class?
Blueberries.
Oh, blueberries. Okay? So which one of these tape diagrams is going to be worth 6, class? The blueberries, right? So I'm going to go here. And shh. Okay? And I got to make this whole tape diagram worth what, class?
6.
Worth what, Jay Sean? It said if she has if Joy wants to use 6 cups of blueberries, I've got to keep the same ratio, right?
Yeah.
As my original ratio. And it didn't say 6 cups of berries. What if it had just said 6 cups of berries total? Would that have worked? Would have been an ugly thing. But would that have been just worth blueberries? No. If she had just said berries, it would have been the total of both of these, right? But she said blueberries. So, Tanisha, 6 is here. Now I got to find out what? Can't hear you. The what? The repeated number, otherwise known as the what? The constant. What is the constant if my total is 6, Lyric? Check in. Here's 6, so how much are each of these worth, Lyric? Shh. Huh? 3. And it's constant, so Larkala, what is the quantity of each of the strawberry tape diagrams? What is the quantity of each of the units in the strawberry tape diagram?
3.
She knew that because it's I got that from this. Okay, what's our question actually asking us? What's our question actually asking us?
If she would use that 6 cups of blueberries, how many?
Christopher, go for it.
If there's 6 cups of blueberries, how many cups of strawberries will?
Can I figure out how many cups of strawberries? Leilani, can I figure out how many cups of strawberries there are? How? I can divide from what? Okay, so look. Here I did what? Here I have my 6 and I had to divide them up between these 2 boxes, right? Now I know what my boxes are and I need to know how many strawberries. How do I get there? If this was division, what's the opposite? What's the opposite of division, Leilani? Huh? Multiplication. So what I do? Multiply what? I need how many groups of what? How many groups? Huh? I need 3 groups of 3. Is she right?
Yes.
Because I have 3 groups of 3, right? And what is the answer? 9 what? Balls of wax?
No.
9, right? So she will have 9 what, class? Is that correct? Okay, so the answer is 9. Okay? Remember they gave us last time that the big number they gave us or the whole number they gave us was only for a part or the whole? Only for a part. Good job, Deshaun. Yes, you may. You need to go to the restroom? Quickly. No dragging your feet in the hallway, please, ma'am. All right. Let's look at the next one. The ratio of the number of adults to the number of children at a restaurant is 3 to 7. Identify the choices below that represent an equivalent ratio. So what ratio am I working with from the get-go? Janiyah, what ratio did they give me? What to what? Is yours not loaded? Huh? 3 to what? 3 to 7. That's my original ratio, right? So I'm looking for equivalence, right? How do I find equivalence? How do I find equivalence? There's multiple ways, right? Some of y'all forget that you have on things that can, like, I can see what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? All right. So what? No, it didn't work that way. They've given me some, right? So how do I check? Deshaun, go for it. Multiplication. What? So I need to see. I can do it this way, right? Which one am I going to put down there first? What's one of my options? 6, not 614, but 6 2 14. Now what do I do? You're right. Tell me what to do next, Deshaun. You said multiply. So I know I got to multiply by something, right? 7 to 14 is times 2, right? Because 2 groups of 7 gets me to 14. Now let's check over here. 3 times 2 gets me to 6. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. So if these match, is that equivalent?
Yes.
Yep. So A, or whatever that is correct. Let's look at the next one down. We have 8 and 12. 8 and 12. Do I even need to move forward?
No.
Why? Kinsley, why? Can I multiply 3 times anything to get 8? So, are these equivalent? So I can go ahead and eliminate that one without even doing this because those aren't even friendly numbers, right? I mean, I could. All right, let's look at the next one. I got 15 to 35. I'm going to set this one up this way. 3 to 7. Okay, so now I can check it this way, right?
Yeah.
How do I get from 7 or from 3 to 15? What do I multiply 3 by, Larkyla, to get to 15? 3 times what is 15?
3 times 5.
Okay, 3 times 5. And let's do 7 to 35. Bella, go for it. Times 5. So is 15 to 35 an equivalent ratio?
Yeah.
Nakaya, are you not feeling well? What do you need to go to the nurse? Do you need to sit up? Okay, so is that an equivalent? Yep. What's the last one I need to check? What to what, Michael? 21 to 9. So let's look at 3 to 7 and 21 to 9. Can I get from 3 to 21?
No.
Yeah. 7 times 3. But is 7 to 9, is that a friendly number?
Can you explain that part to me again?
7, 14, 21.
No.
No, I can't. So that is not an equivalent. And let's look at that last one. The last one is what? What's that last? What's the last ratio they've given me, Gregory? What to what? On your paper, baby, or on your questions. Check in. Trenton, I'm going to ask you to read me the next question, okay? I'm going to ask you to read me the next question. Can you do that? Yeah? No? Okay. All right, we'll see. What's the last ratio, Gregory? Sit down, please, ma'am.
I didn't get the last question right.
Okay. Negative. Somebody help him out. He's not on the right problem. Christopher? 30 to 70. So I got 3 to 7, 30 to 70. I'm going to check both of them. How do I get from 3 to 30? How do I get from 3 to 30, Jay Sean? Times 10. How do I get from 7 to 70, Taylon? If I multiply anything times 10, all I'm doing is putting a 0. Okay, look.
5 times.
If I just gave you 7 times 10 equals what? Nana.
70.
Taylon. 7 times 10 is what? 70. Yeah. So is this correct? Is that equivalent? Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Somebody read me the next problem. Bethany, go for it, sister.
In a small library, there are 5 non-fiction books for every 9 fiction books. There are 130 non-fiction books. How many fiction books are there?
Ooh, you know how many people went, oh, Miss McCauley, when we did this one yesterday? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. All right, what's the first thing? In a small library, there are what? 5 what books?
Fiction.
Okay, 2 what? How many nonfiction books, class?
9.
So I'm going to go ahead and set up. These are my non.
And then got 100.
I like you too.
What?
There's 5 non-fiction and 9 fiction.
What did a lot of y'all forget to do yesterday that made it difficult for you? I'll give you a hint. You didn't label your tape diagrams. So then when you went back to try to fill things in, you're like, okay? Precisely. And then my fiction is what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? These aren't really the right size, but you get the point. Okay, what's the next thing I need to do? Michael's the only one who knows? It says there are 100 and what?
130.
130 what?
Non-fiction.
So is this going to be for both of them or just one of them? Which one, Jay Sean? 130 what? What are you typing? Because for somebody that went, when they got their test back, I don't think we have time to play. Which one? Nonfiction or fiction? Nonfiction. So this whole tape diagram, Leilani, I'm coming to you because you gave me the right one a while ago. This is 130. Is that what it is? Okay. So how do I get here? What's my method of operation? You told me last time. You said I have the whole. I need to what it up? Divide. What am I dividing by? 130 divided by? Do you agree with her? Give her 2 thumbs up. Go get some tissues and go get some hand sanitizer. What's 130 divided by 5? No idea. Go ahead. $26. So I know now that 26 is my what, class? 26 is my what?
Ratio.
No, not my ratio. My constant. So I can go through and put it in every tape diagram, right?
Mhm.
26 is my... Okay, so what's it asking me now? It asks me what? Hey, why don't you clean up your mess? And then if you need to pop outside to get a little more control, I'm perfectly comfortable with that. But you're not just going to be destructive and not pay attention. Okay? Okay. Don't waste your time. Okay? First question is what, Christopher? How many fiction books? Can I figure that out? How can I figure it out? I'm looking for this total now, right? I've got that. Leilani told me that in order to get from my whole to my parts, I have to what, class? To get from a whole to parts, I have to get from my whole, I have my whole, to my parts, I have to divide. Now I have my parts, and I want to get to my whole, I need to, what? Multiply or add, right? Because adding is, or multiplication is repeated. Right, Reuben? Okay, sit up. So what am I multiplying by? I need how many groups of 26? How many groups of 26 do I need, Trenton? How many groups of 26 do I need?
9.
9. I have 9 groups of 26, which is 234. So my first answer is what, class? So this whole thing is worth 234, right? Okay, so my first answer is 234. Okay, what's the second question? Some of y'all let this one trick you, and this is a 3rd grade standard. If I have 2 numbers and I want to know how much more one is than another, what's my method of operation? Yeah? Subtraction. I'm looking for starts with a D, ends with difference. I'm looking for the difference between those 2 numbers, right? So what 2 numbers am I looking for the difference between? Jay Sean? $234 and 130. And how do I do that? Bella told me I take my 234, which represents my fiction books, right, Bella? Ava? And my 130, which represent my nonfiction books, because my question asked, Trenton, there are blank more nonfiction books than, or fiction books than nonfiction, right? So here's my fiction, here's my nonfiction. 234 minus 130 is 104. So my second answer is, what word in the question let me know that it was going to be a subtraction problem? Answer that question and you're good to go. Look at that. Hang on. Briley. There are blank more than blank. There are blank more fiction books than nonfiction books. How did I know that was going to be a subtraction problem? Says there are more than, right? So it tells me it's like a ratio. I'm comparing 2 things, but in this one, I'm looking for the blank between 2 numbers. You can think of it as distance or difference, right? If I say Briley had 234 fiction books and Lyric had 130 nonfiction books, and I said, how many more books did Briley have than Lyric, or Lyric have than Briley, rather? Could I figure that out? Yeah, I could make her just lay them all down, but, that's kind of ridiculous. Because she couldn't really hold that many books, let's be honest. Go ahead. You're good. Okay? All right. Does that help y'all? Are y'all seeing your mistakes?
Yeah.
No, you're not? Okay. We'll have some more time for some of you who still aren't getting it.
I'm not getting it.
Okay. You are more than you think you are. Because you're answering questions and engaging. You are. In this class, we're willing to make a so we can. I'm impressed because everybody in this room this morning has answered a question out loud. Okay? So raise your right hand and pat yourself on the back. Or a little neck massage. That's nice too. Or you need a little neck massage. All right, bring it back in. Hey, absolutely not. I know. But why are you where you are? So you can what? Fair enough. Okay. All right. And what did you do instead? Distracted somebody who was actually doing what they're supposed to do? Ish. Fair enough. Okay. All right. That's okay. We're going to get it. Okay. All right. Nash is training for a marathon and decides to train for 26 miles every week. Dear Nash, why are you a tryhard? Just kidding. I'll just say this about Nash compared to me. If we are ever out in public and you see Miss McCauley and she's running, Taylor, what did I tell y'all yesterday? If I'm running, what should you do? Yeah, y'all better run too because something's after us. Okay? We're in danger. If y'all see me running, something's wrong. There's a bear or a snake or something. We got to go. Okay? All right. Okay. So, here we go. So, he's training for 26 miles every week. In the first week, the ratio of the number of miles he ran to the number of miles he walked was 3 to 10. Use a scratch pad to tape or to draw tape diagrams to represent this ratio. How many miles did Nash run in week 1? Okay? So, let's back up to the beginning. Nash is training for a marathon and decides to what for 26 miles every week, Trenton? He decides to what? No, it doesn't say run. What does it say? What does it say? Look at the problem.
Train.
He decides to train, and I am recording on here so that the second class will have it when I'm gone, just so.
Wait, where are you going? You're leaving?
I have to go to training this afternoon. Okay. I'm not training for 26 miles, though. I'm just throwing that out there.
What? You're training for 26
Absolutely not. Okay, so he has to what for 26 miles every week? Okay, what does it not say? Jay Sean, what did you say you thought he did for 26 miles? You thought he was walking. Somebody else said running. No. What does it mean when it just says train? It could be either or.
walking.
Okay, so I'm going to get that in my head, and I might even circle the word or highlight the word train because I know, wait, that's not one of my parts. That's my what, Nakaya? Yeah, welcome. I appreciate you. Here's what I want you to do to set you up for success. I want you to grab your stuff and go stand at the back table so you can just get some blood flowing, okay? All right. So train. The next part says, in the first week, the ratio of the number of miles he ran to the number of miles he walked was what? What, Trenton?
3 to 10.
Was 3 to 10. So there's my first ratio, right? I'm going to go ahead and write it. How can I write a ratio? Brawley's still going. But Carla, I think you're good. It's 3 to 10, right? Can I go ahead and set up my tape diagrams, Taylor? I have my ratio. Can I set up tape diagrams to represent this?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah? So what would my first one be?
8.
3 what? What does it say? 3 what? What does the 3 represent? Oh, the number of miles he what, Janiyah? My computer wouldn't load. That's why I'm over here like this. Is yours pulled up? Okay, I apologize. Christopher, go for it.
Just trying to make sure we don't like
Number of miles he ran. So here's my ran. And so therefore my walks needs to be what, Larkyla?
10.
Walked. He walked 10. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be walking them too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I've got that set up. Now I've got to look at week 1. Can I do week 1 yet? Can I do anything yet? Yes. What have they given me? Let's go back to that first number. What did they give me, Bella? The number what? The number 26. And y'all told me that the number 26, you don't have permission to be standing, ma'am. The number 26 represents what? Miles he ran or miles he walked? Or both? So 26 represents this whole thing. Right? So what do? Leilani, just like we keep doing. I'm going to divide 26 by what? Okay, let's look. Can you see it from where you are? Or Miss Houston standing? Okay. No, you're good. I picked the one person that would be. So if it was just how much she ran, I would divide by Larkyla. If it was just how much she walked, I would divide by 3. Negative. I would divide by 10. But it's not, right? It's how much she what? Which means how much she walked and ran. So what am I dividing by? Bella? 13. So I have my whole of 26 and I'm dividing by, I'm saying this whole thing is worth 26 miles. So what am I dividing my 26 whole into parts? How many parts do I have to divide it up between? 13. So what is it? 26 divided by 13 is? That was a great guess, Taylon. No, I had a Tylen a few years ago. A girl? In my children's choir at church. A boy. All right, so what's the first question? Not on my face. Go for it, Jay Sean. Huh? Oh, it says Nash ran blank miles in 1 week, or in week 1. Where'd you get that? Because this is telling me every week, this is what he did, according to this ratio. Not just 2. It's asking how many did he run in week 1. Yes. How did he get that? Gregory, how did he guess that he had 6 miles in week 1? Shh. Ran. Right here. He said he ran 6 miles in week, or walked 6 miles. What is it? Ran 6 miles. Week 1 is what? That whole thing. So it should be what, class? 6 miles. All right, let's look at the second one. In the 5th week, the ratio changes, right? Okay, what's my new ratio? What's my new ratio, Tanisha? What, baby? Is yours not loaded? Oh, okay. It is too. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I hate the internet. The 5th week, the new ratio is what, class? What to what? 8 to 5. So I got to set up my new tape diagrams. Charlie, what's my first tape diagram? Woo! What's my first tape diagram? 8 what? Toenails? 8 boxes of what? Of what? No. 8 boxes of what? What does it say? What does the 8 represent? Gregory? Follow procedure. Raise your hand with an R and then here. So that I don't have to like call it. Yep, go ahead. Yes?
What was the question?
That's okay. In the 5th week, the ratio of the number of miles he ran to the number of miles he walked was 8 to 5. What does the 8 represent, class? Miles he ran. And my 5 represents what, class?
How much he walked.
What is still worth 26? What is still worth 26? Jay Sean? Ran or walked or both? Huh? Nope. My clue should have been still. Or what are you doing on your Chromebook if yours isn't loading? You shouldn't be looking at your screen. Look. Look at that first sentence again. It says what? He did what? 26 miles of what every week? Ruben? 26 miles of training, right? Which is both, Ruben. Sit up. So this whole thing is worth 26 again. How many do I have? How many do I have? 13, right? So 13 and 26 is still what? Is that right? Okay, so what's the next question asking me? Bethany, go for it. Ruben, you need to sit up or stand up. Your choice.
Yash ran blank miles in week 5.
How many miles did he run in week 5? Did he run in week 5? How can I figure that out? So I'm wanting to know this, right? What can I do, Tanisha? How many groups of 2 do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 groups of 2 is what? 16. So the answer is what? 16 miles in week 5. Okay? How many miles of running did he improve from 1 to 5? I can do that by finding the what, Briley? We did that same thing when you were leaving. By finding the difference. And how do I find the difference? What's my method of operation when I'm looking for difference, Ruben? The difference between 2 numbers. What's my method of operation? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide. No, I'm looking for the difference between 2. I'll give you a clue. Subtract. So what was his miles he ran the first week? 6. And I got 16. So the difference is? 10. He improved by 10 miles. Way to go, dude. Awesome. Oh, my stars. I have to get this. Sorry, you can talk to your neighbors. Go. Hello? Uh-huh. Go. Okay, no. Go up the hill. I think you're at the wrong. Oh, yeah. No. Okay, I see you from my classroom. Okay, pull out of the parking lot and go up the hill. And then you will see a drive-through in the Jiffy. Yeah, once you pull out of it. Go to the left of the hill. And then when you pull into the parking lot, you can pull in those front places closest to the drive-through. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, make a left. Are you just gonna make sure like take the old adhesive off and re-adhere it to the bracket. Okay. Okay. And then you'll see my pilot on the right hand side. Fastest to the slide. And you can go in through the left hand door. You go under the little arm. You see this? You see it now? Okay. And they have the key at the front desk. All right. Thank you. I apologize. I would not normally do that. They have to fix something on my windshield, and it's the glass company coming here to fix it. Will you let him in, please?
The teacher, the office knows.
The office already knows. They do. No, you're fine. Well, we got our phones going today, don't we? Okay. I apologize. People on the screencast as well. You can fast forward through that. Okay. Let's look at, read me the last problem on Friday. Read me the last problem, Ava. Go for it, sister.
On Friday, there were 8 snowboarders for every 3 skiers at the local ski resort. On Saturday, the ratio of the number of snowboarders to the number of skiers was 4 to 7. There was 168 snowboarders at the ski resort on Friday. There were the same number at the ski resort on Saturday as there on Friday. How many more skiers were there than snowboarders at the ski resort on Saturday?
Okay, so what's the first thing that will you do me a favor? Will you pop over to Mr. Hall and tell him it's the internet that's not great? Mine isn't working for me and the internet's slow. That's what he's asking about. All right. What's the first thing they've told me? They've immediately given me a ratio. What is it? What is the ratio they gave me? Like, bam. Gregory, what are you typing in? Because if it's a game, it's not a game. Mind your business. He's in zone. Okay. Okay. What's my ratio, Christopher?
4 to 7.
Is what to what?
4 to 7.
No. My first ratio. 8 to 3. And what do those 8 to 3 represent, class? Somebody tell me, what's the 8? What's the 8, Michael?
The 8 represents. You might give me
8 with the S. Starts with the S. Snowboarders. And then the 3 represents what? The skiers. I know this is not super engaging, but y'all did not have a lot of success with this. Nobody did. So we're going back through it so you can see what you did wrong, okay? Or how to help. Okay, 3. There are 168 snowboarders. Oh, okay. What does this represent? Friday or Saturday? Or Saturday or what's my other one? Saturday or Friday? Okay, yeah. Here's my Saturday. Where's my Friday? What's my Friday?
Friday is the amount of
4 to what?
4 to
7. So I have 4 what? 2, 3, 4 snowboarders. And 7 what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skiers. This is my Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is my Saturday. All right. What's the next information it gives me? Charlie, is yours loaded? Okay. What's the next information? I'll come back to you, Bethany. Don't let me forget you.
You got the dates mixed up.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
Oh, I sure did. Y'all should. Good job, Bethany. Thank you. All right. To Saturday. So, Charlie, what's it asking me? What does it say? There are what on Friday? I'm looking for a total. There are what? No, there were what? Nope. Somebody help her out. There were what? Snowboarders on the ski resort on Friday. Bethany? 168. When? What does my 168 go to? Taylor, check in. What does my 168 go to? Snowboarders, but which snowboarders? Friday. So this whole thing is worth what, class? Is worth what, class?
168.
Lyric, check in, baby. How do I find it? How do I find it? I have my whole. I can divide it by what?
63.
There's 63 here.
8.
I can divide it by what?
8.
Reuben. I got 168. I have to disperse it where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Until I get the total amount to equal what? And that method of operation is? To what? Yeah, I divided it up, right? So 168. You're going to have to sit up or stand up, Holmes. You cannot sleep. You're literally sleeping, and the teacher you can almost smell my breath. You're so close to me. You got to wake up. That's silly. Okay? Sit up, please. You can stand if you need. In fact, why don't you go ahead? 168 divided by 8 is what? 168 divided by 8 is 21. And that's my what now? Lyric, what do I call that number that I have in everything once I find it? It's my constant. Good job. Taylor, does yours ever load? Okay. Are you telling me the truth? Okay. Uh-huh. There were the same number of people at the ski resort on Saturday as there were on Friday. Okay. How many more skiers were there than snowboarders at the ski resort on Saturday? So now I got to go here, right? All these are worth 21, and basically all I've got to do is this. Find out how much each one of these is worth, right? So that I can find the difference. So what's my total amount of people that were there on both days? They had the same amount. So if I had, here's 168, right? But I need to know how many people there were in total. So what do I need to do, Larkyla? I found the total of this, but I need to find the total of this, right? Because I need to know how many people were there.
Altogether?
On Friday. How can I know?
Add it together.
But I can't add what together? I got 168 plus what?
168 plus.
Right now, this is only my snowboarders. My skiers were there too. And if I don't count them, they're not going to get fed tomorrow.
Oh.
Okay?
63. I don't know.
Sure you do. Be confident. You did what? 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3. Right? That works. Does that work?
Yeah.
$168. Open back up. 168 plus 63 is $231. So the total amount for all of Friday is what? $231. And the total amount, Nikaya, for all of Saturday then is what? I'll give you a hint. I just wrote it for Friday.
No.
Huh? He's right. Tell him thank you. You, because you weren't paying attention. Oh, you said it? I thought Ruben said it. Yeah. We don't usually do that, but okay. So, does that work? Sure. Are these worth 21? No, because this is a different ratio. Are they worth the same? If they have the same amount? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How much was here? 8, 9, 10, 11. And I have my same total. So would that work?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it adds up. What's 21? How many groups of 21 are here?
4.
So I'm going to do 4 groups of 21, or 4 times 21, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. 4 times 21 is 84, right?
Yeah.
So this whole thing is worth what? And now I need to know this whole amount. And so I have how many groups of 21 here, Terea? 7. And 7 times 21 is 147. Well, let's see. 147 plus what? 84. Oh, guess what? It's 231. So can I answer my question?
Yes.
My question is what? There were blank more skiers than snowboarders at the ski resort on Saturday. Can I figure that out? How? Briley told me last time. How do I find the difference between the number of snowboarders and skiers? What's my method of operation?
What's it called?
Your name is not Briley. I have 147 skiers, and I have 84 snowboarders. How do I find the difference between the two? Same one that you've done before. You told me it was the difference. What's my method of operation? Do I add them? If I added them, would I know how much more I had than the other? If I divided them, what would that do? Gotta subtract. I agree. 147 minus 84. 63. So what is the answer to my question? 63 what?
63.
There were 63 more skiers than snowboarders on Saturday. Okay?
Yeah.
How many of you just fell asleep? Most of you. Okay? Okay? That's okay. You're going to have to go through this stuff. It's not exciting. It's not exciting when you're having to review sometimes, especially when technology doesn't work well. All right. So you'll